Yo, it's your boy Zerk. And yo, we gotta talk about Dr. Mike again. I know, we just roasted this man for running like a penguin in the Navy SEAL test. We thought we was done with him. But nah, this man won't stop. Before the Navy test, before the waddle, before the world saw him shuffle 800 meters like he was late to bingo, Mike said something that pissed off the entire bodybuilding world.
So who am I compared to Mike Mentzer? Well, real talk, and this is me just being snooty, so I don't really mean all this. I mean in a factual sense, but I don't want to come off like a dick. I'm bigger and stronger than Mike Mentzer. That's it. Yeah. So all of a sudden, that changes the game. I'm more educated than Mike Mentzer. I know more things than Mike Mentzer. I'm bigger and stronger than Mike Mentzer.
He said, I'm bigger and stronger than Mike Mentzer. Bruh, Mike Mentzer, the legend, the heavy-duty icon, the man who almost beat Frank Zane from Mr. Olympia, the dude with arms that looked like they were photoshopped on. And Dr. Mike, 5'6", shaped like a mailbox, rocking a dad bod with muscles, said he's bigger and stronger? Man, when I heard that, I damn near choked on my protein shake. So today, we investigating. We pulling out the receipts. We checking the facts. Is Mike telling the truth? Or is this man completely delusional? Let's go. All right, so here's what Mike said, word for word. Mike Mentzer was impressive for his time, but not in an absolute sense. I'm bigger and stronger than Mike Mentzer. I'm more educated. I know more. Bruh, when this dropped, the internet went nuclear. Dorian Yates, 6-time Mr. Olympia, trained with Mentzer, learned heavy duty from the man himself, came out and cooked Mike's ass.
Okay, I guess I'm Mike's friend. He's not here, so Dr. Mike, first of all, I hope that you're being like tongue-in-cheek, kind of humorous. Otherwise, I fear either for your eyesight or your mental health. Because obviously, your physique's nowhere near Mike Mentzer, even with all the PEDs that you're taking, that you estimate will take 10 years off your life. Well, maybe you need to ask yourself whether it's worth it, mate, because a bag of shit that gets bigger is just a bigger bag of shit. Still a bag of shit. You know what I mean, mate?
Damn, Dorian said bag of shit. That's British for you're trash, mate. And look, Dorian don't usually get involved. This man stays in his lane, minds his business. But Mike disrespected his friend, his mentor. And the comments? Oh man, the comments were legendary. Mike really said this after running 800 meters in 5 minutes. This man couldn't bench 240 for 10 reps and he's comparing himself to Mentzer. Bro looked like a Costco rotisserie chicken and think he's better than Mentzer. But here's the question. Is Mike lying? Or is he kind of right? Let's break it down. All right, so stats first. Mike Mentzer, height 5'8", competition weight 225, off-season 235, arms 18.5 inches, peaked like the Himalayas, chest 54 inches, looked like a brick wall, waist 29 inches, tight, conditioning shredded, every muscle fiber visible, veins popping. Dr. Mike Israetel, height 5'6", weight 240 pounds, arms thick but shaped like uncooked sausages, chest wide but flat, no definition, just mass, waist, let's not talk about it. Conditioning? What conditioning? Man look like he's bulking 365 days a year. So technically, Mike weighs more, 240 versus 225. But hold on. Mike's also 2 inches shorter, so he's carrying that weight on a smaller frame. That's like saying a smart car is bigger than a Lamborghini because it weighs more. Nah, bro. One's a car. The other's a lunchbox with wheels. Now, people did side-by-side photos, and man, it was rough for Mike. Front double biceps. Mentzer, arms looking like 2 pythons that swallowed bowling balls. Peaks high, chest protruding, shoulders capped, abs visible even off-season. Dr. Mike, the arms are there. They're big, sure, but they look soft, like memory foam. No peaks, no separation, just meat. Chest wide but flat, no lines, no striations, just a smooth surface like a cutting board. Man looked like a refrigerator that somebody drew abs on. Side chest, Mentzer, chest sticking out like he trying to block a doorway. Serratus popping, intercostals visible, abs tight, looking like a statue. Dr. Mike, the chest is there, but it's just thick. No shape, no lines. Man looked like he's smuggling a turkey under his shirt. Back double biceps, Mentzer, wings. I'm talking wings, bro. Lats spread so wide he could glide off a building. Lower back Christmas tree lit up like Times Square on New Year's Eve. Traps looking like mountain ranges. Dr. Mike, the back is wide, I'll give him that, but it's flat. No depth, no detail, no Christmas tree. Man's back looked like a pancake. A big pancake, but still a pancake. Bro looked like a vertical mattress. Now, legs. Now, here's where Mike might have an argument. His quads, bigger, thicker, more mass. Mentzer's legs were incredible, but they were conditioned, separated, every muscle fiber visible. Dr. Mike's legs are thick, just mass, but no separation, no cuts. Man's quads look like two hams duct taped together. So yeah, Mike's legs might be heavier, but Mentzer's were better. It's like comparing a bodybuilder to a powerlifter. One looks good, the other just lifts heavy shit. Abs and thighs, Mentzer, visible, always, even off season. Waist tight, looking like a sculpture. Dr. Mike, man, we don't see abs unless he's been dieting for 16 weeks, crying on Instagram talking about maintenance phase is over. And when we do see his abs, they look like they're hiding, like they're scared to come out, like they're in witness protection. Is Mike bigger? In terms of weight, yes, he weighs 15 pounds more. In terms of looking like a bodybuilder, hell no. Mike's bigger the way a couch is bigger than a Lamborghini. Yeah, it's heavier, takes up more space, but would you rather look like a couch or a Ferrari? Mentzer was a Ferrari. Dr. Mike is a sectional sofa from IKEA. Big, functional, but nobody's taking pictures of it. All right, now let's talk strength, because Mike also said he's stronger. Here's the problem. Mentzer didn't compete in powerlifting. He was a bodybuilder, so we don't have exact numbers for everything. But here's what we do know. Bench press, reportedly benched 370 pounds at age 15. When most of us were jerking off and playing video games, Mentzer was benching 370. Later in life, 475 pounds. Verified by strength coach Brian Batchelder. Squat, no exact number, but his brother squatted 900 for a double, and Mike was known to squat heavy too. Deadlift, no verified number, but look at his back. Man could pull. Mike competed in powerlifting from 2004 to 2008. Here's his best. Bench press, 365 pounds for 8 reps, touch and go. Estimated 1 RM, around 450 pounds. Squat, 562 pounds for a double. Estimated 1 RM, around 600 pounds. Deadlift, 550 pounds from a 2-inch deficit for 5 reps. Estimated 1 RM, around 620 pounds. Now, on paper, these are solid numbers, respectable, but let's compare. Bench press, Mentzer, 475 pounds. Dr. Mike, 450 pounds estimated. Mentzer wins by 25 pounds. But wait, didn't Mike just fail the Navy SEAL bench press test? Didn't he get 2 reps at body weight, 240 pounds? Yeah, 2. And he blamed his rotator cuff, his emotions, his chakras, the alignment of Jupiter. So that 450-pound bench, that was years ago. Prime Mike. I waddle 800 meters like the Penguin Mike. Squat, Mentzer, unknown, but his brother hit 900 for a double. And Mike was known to squat heavy too. Dr. Mike, around 600 pounds. We don't have Mentzer's exact squat numbers, but given his leg development and his brother's strength, I'd bet Mike could squat at least 600, probably more. Deadlift, Mentzer, unknown, but his back was insane, and heavy-duty training included deadlifts. So, Is Mike stronger? Maybe. In squat and deadlift, by a slight margin, and only if we're comparing 2008 Mike to 1980s Mentzer. But here's the kicker. Mentzer wasn't even training for strength. He was training for aesthetics, for stage presence, for looking good. Dr. Mike trained for powerlifting. That was his goal. And he barely edges out a bodybuilder who wasn't even focused on max strength? That's like me saying, I'm faster than Usain Bolt, but only if I'm on a bike and he's on foot. Technically true, but also lame as hell, bro. Now, some people defended Mike. They said he was taken out of context. He didn't mean he's a better bodybuilder. And look, maybe that's true. Mike's whole point was science has advanced, training has evolved. I've learned from Mentzer and everyone after him. That's a fair point. But Mike, bruh, how you say it matters. You can't say I'm bigger and stronger than Mike Mentzer and expect people not to compare you as bodybuilders. Especially when you compete in bodybuilding. You post physique updates. You're on stage. Mike sounded disrespectful, even if he didn't mean to. And that's why Dorian Yates came out and cooked Mike's ass. He said, Mike, you're nowhere near Mike Mentzer. And he's right, because bodybuilding isn't about the scale. It's about the look, the presence, the walk on stage and everybody shuts the fuck up energy. Mentzer had that. Dr. Mike, he ain't got that. Look, I'll give Mike this. He's helped thousands of people build muscle. He competes, he puts himself out there. But when you compare yourself to a legend like Mike Mentzer, you better be ready for the smoke. So the final verdict, is Mike bigger, heavier? Yes. Better looking? Hell no. Is Mike stronger? Maybe. Slightly. In some lifts from 15 years ago, before he became a penguin. Is Mike a better bodybuilder? Not even close. Respect the legends, y'all. I'm Zerk. Stay humble. Peace.